EA passed while I'm back into Brazil, the don'ts of Brazil, what not to do in Brazil. We're going to check this out. If you guys like the video, give this video a big thumbs up. Give this video to 50 likes if you guys want to do more kind of videos like this. Also, hit the subscribe button down below. That'd be very much appreciated. I am trying to get to 4,000 subs by the end of April. So if you guys aren't already subscribed to this channel, hit the subscribe button down below. Let's get into the video, honestly. That's not even waste time. Vamos. Let's go. Brazil, the don'ts of Brazil, what not to do in Brazil, etc. Let's go.
Oi, meus amigos! Mark here with Walter's World, and we're back in Brazil. And when you ask me my favorite country to go to in the world, it's right here in Brazil. In a place where there's so much stuff I love to do, there's some things you don't want to do. So today what we have for you are 10 things you don't do when you are in Brazil. And first things first, most important thing here is you don't drink warm beer in Brazil. You drink cerveja bem gelada, which...
Don't drink warm beer in Brazil, okay. If it's warm, send it back.
Which means you drink really cold beer, okay? Now, I know if you're coming from Europe or the US, you're like, oh, our beer's cold. No, you don't understand. Here, the beer, when you get it, like you can almost make icicles in the bottom when you get a chopp, a glass of beer, a draft beer, or if you get one of the big bottles, the beer has to be ice cold. And if the beer isn't cold enough, you can actually send it back. So step number one, don't drink warm beer in Brazil, only ice cold beer, whether it's Brahma or Skol, which is not the best, but you know, it's one of those beers you gotta have when you are here. Now, the second don't I have for there is, you know, you wanna say everything's okay? Well, don't use the okay sign.
Well, I've actually used that sign quite a bit in my videos, so, who does that though, really, realistically? Like, if you're out in public and talking to somebody in person, you go like that, I don't know, it feels like it sounds like a 40-year-old thing to do.
Here in Brazil, because this in Brazil is worse than the middle finger. It's really kind of calling into question a man's masculinity, and it's really a masculine society here, so don't use the okay sign here, okay? Use the thumbs up. Brazil, it's all about thumbs up, all right? Okay. So this bad.
Now I know.
Don't ever use it. I mean, I remember the first time I used it by accident. The guy I was driving with reached across the moving car in the highway, slapped my hand down and said, dude, what are you doing? Like, I told him it was okay, thanks for letting us pass. He's like, no, this is worse than the middle finger. I'm like, oh, okay, so thumbs up only here. Now, the third thing you don't want to do when you're here is, don't expect things to happen super fast when you are in Brazil.
What do you mean?
You're gonna have to pack some patience when you come to Brazil. And the farther you kind of go north in the country, the more patience you're probably gonna need. So just know that don't expect things to happen quickly. They will happen eventually in good time, but don't expect things to happen quickly.
Okay, so I guess everything just happens kind of slow in Brazil. I don't know. I mean, hopefully chances are you guys probably going to go in the comment section and say none of these things are true or whatever, but I mean, this one's fairly general, I feel like.
So the fourth don't we have is, don't expect a lot of English to be spoken here. I know people get always upset. Well, what do you expect people to speak English everywhere? No, I don't. And I don't expect that anywhere. I know when you go to another country...
I mean, let me know down below. How many people would you say like speak English in Brazil? I mean, is there a good amount of people that understand it, or is like if I go there and I start speaking English, are you gonna be like, huh? Like, is everybody gonna be like, huh? Or is it gonna be one of those things where it's like, you know, some people will buy and be like, okay, cool. There's people come over here all the time speaking English. Maybe they're kind of used to it, or I mean, let me know down below.
You need to know some of the other language, but a lot of times when you travel, like in Europe, people speak multiple languages. Here in Brazil, it's Portuguese, and Portuguese. So make sure you know a few words when you come. Obrigado is thank you. A conta is the bill.
I actually know all of these, to be honest. Well, the bill maybe not, but please, I know. Por favor, obrigado, sim, no, hola.
Things like that, because when you're going to like the backwoods like I'm at now, or even not that backwoods like Minas Gerais, where all the colonial like mining towns are, you might go to a hotel. They probably won't speak much English, but what's cool is, even if they don't speak English or Spanish or things like that, they will communicate with you and you will get by okay, but just don't expect a lot of English or English menus and things like that. Big tourist areas, you'll be okay, but if you're going to explore the real beauty of Brazil and getting in the backwoods and stuff like that, don't expect too much of that English out there, okay?
I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're going to Brazil. I mean, you can't expect everybody in Brazil to speak English. I mean, that's just not going to happen. I mean, it goes for like a lot of countries, though, I feel like, you know? If you go to a country and, you know, and you're expecting every single person there to speak English, you're just not going to, that's just brain dead.
Now, the fifth don't I have is don't trust the traffic lights, okay? Especially at night in the big cities, because what happens is people run the red lights at night. So you really got to pay attention. You may think, well, it's green for the cross.
I would always say a prayer when I go to. Oh my God, is the driving in Brazil that bad? Are people that bad at driving in Brazil, or is it just like a? I mean, what's the reason why people don't like listen to the stoplights, for instance?
So I should be fine. No. I remember times in Rio, the only time the buses would slow down at night is when they were coming to a green light, and I asked the guy, I'm like, so why are you slowing down at green, but you blow through the red? Well, at the red, I know everyone else is slowing down because it's green, because they think people are going through the red, so I only pay attention at the green. I slow down and go through that in case someone else is running the red. I mean, it's crazy, but as a pedestrian, you really need to be careful here, because just because it says you can go doesn't mean you can go, so make sure you really do pay attention with that, okay? Yep. Number 6 has to do with the toilet, because you guys know I love my toilet important information. When you're going to the bathroom and you're going number 2, you want to make sure, can I throw the toilet paper down the toilet or not? You might see a little trash can by the toilet, and you want to ask your posada, if you stay at a small hotel or it's someone's house, hey, do I throw the toilet paper in the toilet or do I throw it in the little trash bag? Or the
These are honestly some things I didn't even think about even having to worry about, to be honest with you. And then you get there and you realize, oh shoot. I mean, it's very good things to know. You know, I mean, obviously I plan on going to Brazil at some point in my life, so it's a good thing to know these kind of things, but it's definitely things I wouldn't expect to be learning, you know?
The little bin next to the toilet, because the pipes here can't always take it all. So make sure you ask about that. So don't just throw the TP in there. Also, another little don't of the shower. Don't be scared of the shower in the bathroom in case there's electrical cords going out, because they have electrical heating for the showers in a lot of places. So there's another don't for you, okay?
That's a thing. I know people actually did that. Electric plugged in showers.
Now, the 7th don't I have for you is don't pass up the local food. Look, here in Brazil, they have food you've never even heard of, fruit you've never even seen before. You have no idea. You're like, I can't translate this because I don't even know what it is. There's so much great stuff here, from the meats to the fish to the, you know, the acarajé, which is like, I can't.
I mean, I love me some food, so I mean, I'll be honest, I probably wouldn't. I love me some food. If I see an option to get some food, especially in Brazil, I would
explain some of these foods. Feijoada, which is a bean stew with parts of animals I won't tell you about because you won't want to eat it, but you should eat it. Fried bananas. I mean, there's so much pão de queijo. There's so much great food here. Don't get stuck going to kind of tourist restaurants. Go and explore. When you're in Minas Gerais, have the chicken cooked in its own blood. And when you're in Sao Paulo, go eat some of the international food that's there. And in Bahia, man, their food there is just crazy with the coconut and all kinds of stuff there. You have such wonderful food here. Don't pass it up, okay? Also, when you're drinking, hey, don't pass up the drinks either. The cachaça, the pinga, that's their spirit here. You want to mix it together with some lime.
I said this in the other video about whenever I was reacting to the Brazilian foods. I'm literally starving right now. I'm completely starving. I'm literally like getting to the point where I'm like getting almost shaky. That's how starving I am right now. I'm literally starving, and every single video I've watched right now has been pretty much about food. So all it's just doing is making it worse.
And sugar and ice, and you got a caipirinha, the national kind of fancy drink of Brazil. Of course, you drink your beer like I said before, so you have that. Now, the 8th don't I have for you is don't mess with the mosquitoes. I'm not kidding. I mean, I was in the Pantanal a few years ago, and I had my wristbands of anti-mosquito stuff, spraying myself with mosquito stuff, and I could literally see a ball of mosquitoes around me. The mosquitoes are not a joke here. But the thing is, if you come here and you know, the US summer, European summer, in the winter, mosquitoes aren't so bad. But if you come in the summer when it's mosquito season here, oh man, they will bite you and they will get you. Oh, they'll sting you. Not fun, okay? So I do say, don't mess around with mosquitoes. Make sure you're bringing some, whether it's, you know, anti-bite, or you've got some bug spray, or the bracelets to keep away the mosquitoes. You will need those when you're here, pretty much regardless of where you go in Brazil. Obviously, the more wetland it is, the more mosquitoes you're going to have. Exactly. So be careful with that. Now, number 9 and 10, we're taking it to the beach, right back over there. But I'll be a little more modest this way because it's on the internet. But the 9th thing you don't bring to Brazil is modesty, okay? Brazilians, they'll talk about anything. They'll joke about anything. They'll wear next to nothing at the beach. So you think, oh, I'm too fat, oh, I'm too skinny, oh, I'm too whatever. Don't worry about it. The Brazilians, they'll have the smallest bikinis and the little Speedos and stuff like that on, regardless of size, shape. And it's so fun because it's like liberating. I don't have to worry about people going body shaming, body shaming. Hey, it's Brazil. We're all here to have a great time. So don't bring your modesty when you're here. Bring.
Okay, that's good to know. I mean, I look good anyway. You know what I'm saying? I look good. I don't have anything to worry about. But it's like, you know, it's cool to know that like everybody's just. It's nice to know that when you go around and you see people like half naked, and then that's the reason why. It's because people just don't really care, which is good.
Your love of life, because this place is great for it. And our 10th don't we have is also for the beach. When you go to the beach in Brazil, don't bring a beach towel. You don't sit on the beach with a beach towel. You sit with a canga, which is kind of like it's like thin like a sheet, and you lay that down and you sit on that. Yes, you're gonna have a towel to dry off, but you lay on your canga. You lay on this little thin sheet there, not a towel. That's why when you go to the beaches in Rio or Bahia, we do
use towels when you go to the beaches here in America, though. That's actually a thing.
You're like, oh, I wonder where the tourists are. Oh, they're laying on a beach towel. Tourist, okay? Anyway, those are 10 don'ts for going to Brazil. I will have one more. Don't not go to Brazil, because this place is
Brazil
awesome.
Is amazing.
It is my favorite place in the world. I used to live here, and I bleed for Brazil. This is a great place. So
I'm not going to let the outro go. Anyways, that was super good. I like that video a lot. I like being able to learn about Brazil. It's a good thing to learn. I do need some more videos though. So if you guys do have more requests for stuff like this, you know, about Brazil and things like that, let me know. Down below, because I'm honestly kind of just looking up random stuff and finding out what to react to. So, like I said, give me some suggestions down below. That'd be very much appreciated. Amo todo você. I love y'all. Hit the subscribe button down below. Get this video to 50 likes, all that good stuff. And try to get to 4,000 subs by the end of April. So hit the subscribe button down below. Do it now, please. Anyways, por favor. Amo todo você. I love y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Peace.